G'day, this is Jason Sweezy here, and today is December the 12th, 2011. Not 2012, like I said on Friday. Okay, anyway. So it's been a big sell-off day today. As we all can see, it just does its usual waves, eh? It comes down, retraces a little, comes back down again, retraces a little, comes back down again, retraces a little, down again, up and down. Hey, the waves of the market, just like the waves of the ocean that come into the shoreline. Okay, Jason, you're not doing a poem here or something stupid. Let's get on with it with this. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look, gander here. Let's see here. I always have this in the way when I need to look at the time. Okay, this here was our 2 o'clock in the morning candle, or 7 o'clock in the morning in England, okay, for all my British friends out there. Okay, so what would have we liked to have seen? Well, we would have liked to have seen at least go up another 3 or 4 pips to this high of this wick, or it would have been so perfect if it would have came up, touched the pivot point, which was a total of 7 pips, okay, 8 pips from the top of this little tiny wick here. Come back down, okay, going from blue, coming back, turning red, 1 pip below 33.50, you would have sold it, and down to the target of S3. That would have been about 47 pips, wouldn't it? Well, unfortunately, it didn't do that. But for those of you, and I'm sure there's a few of you who did it, for those of you who are brave and, and sold it somewhere in here and could recognize that, hey, we're in a downtrend here, well, you were rewarded. And even for those, some of you who said, okay, I'm going to sell it right below this low here. If we make a new low today, I'm going to sell it. Well, if you sold it, you got rewarded too. But technically, okay, this was not a 1 hour Forex setup because we needed it to go up a little higher and come back down. Okay? So that was the 2 o'clock bar. Now the 8 o'clock bar opened up, came down, and turned blue. But let's go see on the 15 minutes exactly what happened on this. Okay? So if we were to buy on that baby, okay, because we want to make certain that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing in those 45 minutes. Okay? So anyway, yes, so within the first 15 minutes, look what happened here. The first 15 minutes, okay, it didn't do much. Oh no, hold on. There we go. This is the candle here. Okay. Came down, made the low. Okay. I thought we were going to stop out on this from this one, but no, I was wrong. So it made the low, closed up here, came up, okay, and turned. Right here is the line where we would have got long, okay? So we would have got long. It would have went up to the highest high there of where it went. And then it came back down and went against you, came back up and closed here. So you would have got out of this trade, okay? It was a buy. The most pips you could have got out of it was maybe 5, okay? But you got out with 3 pips or so, okay? So that was good, okay? So then let's look now back at the 1 hour. Okay, so the most you could have got out of this trade was 3 pips, unfortunately. But, okay, let's look at this trade now. See how it bounced off here and here? What was support over here, okay, turned into resistance today, okay? So, here was our setup, but I'll explain how you would have got into this trade. Because, from our entry point, right there, see, it's only about 7 pips. We needed 3 more pips for it to be an entry right here, okay? So, because of that, you know, because you have these S1 and 3300 levels so close to our entry level within 7 to 8 pips, once it broke the low of 3300, you would have went short. Okay, so if you would have got short right there, okay, there's 31 pips to S2. That's a beautiful trade. Okay, and that was on the 9 o'clock bar, which was 4 a.m. here and 9 o'clock in the United Kingdom. Okay, so first hour there was no trade, except for those of you who were brave enough to sell it. Second candle in the UK, there was a 2-pip winner or break even, whatever you want to, or maybe got a few more of it because it opened up and went higher. Okay, and then this candle here, you got 31 pips out of it if you sold it below 31. Okay, because we're in a strong downtrend, and it told you that basically they're selling off of resistance over here, which is now resistance, but it was support on Friday. Okay, down it went. Okay, so anyway, now let's look at the U.S. session. Okay, here is the U.S. session right here. This is their first opening candle at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we would have liked to see it a bit longer, but still, hey, the wick is the wick, right? They, to a T, they made a double top, didn't they? They did. So, okay, because our entry, 1 pip, once it turned red, 2 here, was only like 6 pips, 5 pips, you would have waited till 1 pip it went below this S2. You would have sold it short right there, okay, and it hit our target for about 15 pips, okay? Now, the next trade was on the 9 o'clock bar, where it made a double bottom, okay, basically. Like I said to you, ladies and gentlemen, they don't have to be perfect to the pip. It is not a science here, okay? It can be a few pips lower than the other, okay? So here is a double bottom. From our entry, okay, right there, to our target, we had 10 pips perfectly, okay? That's not a word. I'm trying to make up words here. Okay, that was a buy, and we hit our target, and we took our 10 pips, okay? So then the next candle that opened, which was our 10 o'clock, okay, we would have liked to seen it go up just a few more pips to either here, this top of this wick, or to 32.50, okay? Then come back, turn red, and boom, right as you can see, it hit our target of S3. But that didn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, so there was technically no trade there, okay? So we had a winner here. We had a winner here. Where else did we have? We had this 2-3 pip winner here and this 31 pip winner here, okay? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades today on the euro. All of them were winners if you traded it by my rules. Okay. Yes, so let's quickly take a look at the pound and a few other pairs now. Now here's the pound, okay? 7 o'clock. Here's 7 o'clock right here. I would have liked to seen it go up a few more pips right here and then come back down, turn red, boom to the target. But that didn't happen. So if you did that one and just sold it on the break of the low, you were rewarded nicely. If you held it to the bottom of the candle, you would have got in there. Woo! 56 pips, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and then here's the little reversal candle. Right here, I don't know if you got in on this one. It was a double bottom, basically off 55.50. Yeah, 55.50. Okay, I'm not used to the pound numbers here. Okay, you would have got a couple pips out of this one. That was at 8 o'clock, which is 3 o'clock in the morning. And then there was this one. I don't think there was a trade on this one. And anyway, then we had the big rock right back up here. Now let's go look for 1300. Here's 1300. See, now if this one would have came up to here, it came back down, turned red, boom, right to S1, but it didn't do that. Okay, and in here, yeah, there's not too many trades looking too good there. Let's take a quick look at the Australian dollar. Okay, here's 7 o'clock right here. Basically did the same thing as euro. Double top, sell, boom to the pivot. Okay. Here, I don't know. I don't think there was any trade here. Maybe it opened up, touched it, came down, something. I don't know. And then this one here, same. I don't know if there was a trade there. This one probably was a good trade. It basically, almost hit the pivot. Came up to 1.0150. Holy jeez, these crazy numbers. I'm not used to these numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, and you would have sold it, and down it went to 0.100. Okay, in the U.S. session, yeah, basically double top, down, boom to the target. This one here opened up, boom, down it went. There's another trade. This one here, look, it was a buy, boom, off S3. Buy here, up, closed here. See, there's trades everywhere on these pairs. Let's quickly take a look at the Swissy before I hang up here. Where's 7? Here's 7 o'clock right here. Would have liked to seen it come down a little bit lower, but it didn't. Went up, came back down. Here's one, came down, opened up, bounced right off this double low here. If you would have bought it long, okay. Yeah, it was only 5 pips to there, but we would have got long 1 pip above it, right up to R2. If you would have held on to it, up she goes. Okay, in the U.S. session here, yeah, see, bounced off R2, buy, boom, right up to R3. No trade here and no trade here. Cool. So anyway, there's trades to be had. Like I told you in the last video, you really want to trade these on the major pairs that run with the U.S. dollar, because the cross pairs, they're the exotic pairs like pound yen, pound Swiss, euro yen. They can do crazy things, okay? Because I don't have time to get into it to explain that. But anyway, as you know, they will wind and grind up and down more so than the major pairs, and that's why I suggest you just trade it on the major pairs. So anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.